My name is Mark Simon. I'm Executive Officer of Public Affairs for CalTrain, Samtrans, and the Transportation Authority. And it is a distinct pleasure to welcome you all to this event today. This is a very special day for San Bruno, and I speak not only as someone who's very proud of the work we're going to do and we're undertaking here, but also as someone who grew up in San Bruno. Before we get to the formal program, I think I want to say on behalf of all of us associated with the three agencies I serve, how proud we are to be here in San Bruno, and to be here at a time when San Bruno is not only rebuilding in some places, but starting to build new. It's a very special day for us, and I know I can speak not just for those of us who work at our agency, but for many, many people throughout the peninsula, and we say we salute the City Council and the city staff for the way it's managed itself through this crisis in the last several months. Let me introduce a few people who are here who deserve attention. We have a couple of members from our Transportation Authority Citizens Advisory Committee. Doris Mays is here, and Pat Dixon. Thank you for being here. We have some board members who have generously decided to join us. Transportation Authority Board Member Carol Matsumoto is here somewhere. There she is. Samtrans and CalTrain Board Member Arthur Lloyd is here. Yeah, I didn't say hold your applause, but I know you all did anyway. Richard Steffens is here representing Congresswoman Jackie Spear. There's a fair amount of federal money in this, so thank you. Edwin Chan is here representing Supervisor Mark Church. There he is. Want to give special thank you to members of the San Bruno Citizens Advisory Committee who worked long and hard to help us get to this moment and to make this as good a project as it can be. Alice Barnes is here. Robert Riegel is here. Thank you all on behalf of your committee. Thank you for all the work you've done. This is a special day also for the city staff. Connie Jackson, the city manager, Clara Fabry, the public services director, and Aaron Archer, the the planning director. Did I get the titles right or close enough? Community development. Used to be called planning. I guess it isn't anymore. I saw Andy Chow here, who's a member of our Samtrans CAC and also president of Bay Rail Alliance. He's probably, there he is. He tends to be a little shy. Welcome on behalf of all of us at our agencies. Our executive director, CEO, Mike Scanlon, could not be here today. Mike is chair of our National Trade Association, and he's at an annual conference that takes place, the meeting of his board. It's in New Orleans. Now you're all supposed to say, oh yeah, oh. But the typical of Mike, Friday is normally the day of the conference when they all go off to play golf. Mike has arranged for the entire executive board of our association to work on rebuilding 3 homes in a neighborhood in New Orleans. So Mike doesn't let anybody off the hook, including himself. As I said, this is a proud moment. We are proud to be a partner here with the city of San Bruno. We've worked long and hard and fast to get to this point, to meet the funding deadlines, to achieve a program and a project that we think all of us will be proud of. And so I want to say thank you for everybody who made this possible. Thank you for being here for this special occasion. And let me first begin by introducing the chair of our Transportation Authority, Roseanne Faust, who's also a member of the Redwood City Council, because the TA is probably the single most significant funding partner in this project. Roseanne.
Thanks, Mark. I'd also like to echo what Mark said earlier. My hat is off to the staff in San Bruno, the City Council. As an elected official, how you handled the recent crisis, words can't say what a class act you all are. So thank you on behalf of elected officials throughout this county. But as chair of the San Mateo, oh, thank you. As the chair of the San Mateo County Transportation Authority, it's a great pleasure for me to be here and welcome you today to the kickoff of this important project. It's one that's been a long time in the making. Many folks have been involved in it, and we're here. And we're going to be back in 2012 when it's completed. We're excited from the Transportation Authority to be a partner in an effort like this, which has so many benefits to the local community as well as the greater San Mateo County and Bay Area community. It's for the citizens of San Bruno and for our friends and neighbors. Many people have a hard time understanding what the Transportation Authority is. And yet, everyone who lives, works, or visits San Mateo County contributes to the TA's success. Every time you make a purchase, whether it's for a special treat from Pâtissier Ganache or to shop for Christmas gifts at Tanforan, 1/2 cent of your sales tax goes to the TA. Over the years, these pennies have added up to big improvements for CalTrain. Let me just take you back and give you some other statistics, because it's astounding how much that 1/2 cent sales tax has improved the lives of our community. In 1991, the TA's $39 million contribution to the purchase of the right-of-way helped save the commuter railroad from almost certain closure. Since then, Measure A has provided funds for station improvements. Nearly every rail station in San Mateo County has received millions of dollars in upgrades for better platforms and amenities, as well as safer pedestrian crossings with gates and warning systems. Although baby bullet service wasn't envisioned 20 years ago when Measure A was first passed, it has provided funding for the passing tracks and new signal control systems that help express trains zip past local trains. Actually, I can tell you a funny story. I have a 15-year-old daughter who commutes on CalTrain, actually commutes on VTA and Samtrans. She attends high school down in Mountain View, so she takes the VTA bus to the CalTrain, gets on a train, and then takes the Samtrans bus home. Well, the other day, I don't think she was paying attention and wanted to get off in Belmont. The train didn't stop in Belmont. So she had a lovely tour of the CalTrain right-of-way. So the fact that we are able to have these bullet trains, we're really lucky because it moves so many passengers daily. In all, $336 million in Measure A funds have been channeled into CalTrain. If you add the leverage that $336 million brought us with state and federal funds, over $500 million has been invested. The reauthorized measure, what you, the voters and the residents of San Mateo County, reauthorized in 2004 by an overwhelming 75% of the vote, will provide an estimated $240 million in new sales tax revenue for CalTrain. TA funds are also responsible for the grade separation project that has brought us here today. The TA is contributing $85 million to the $147 million project. Today's difficult budget situation would have made this project absolutely impossible if not for the foresight of you, the San Mateo County voters. So today, as we celebrate the start of this important project, we want to thank you, because without you, in 1988 when it was first passed and in 2004 when it was reauthorized, we wouldn't be standing here and we wouldn't be celebrating. So on behalf of the Transportation Authority, CalTrain, Samtrans, and the residents and elected officials of this county, thank you very much.
I won't forget that. Ken, I see a lot of people shivering. They must be from South County, huh? Let me next introduce the Vice Mayor of San Carlos, about to become mayor, who's also on our CalTrain board and on our Samtrans board, Omar Ahmad.
Let me start off with a local official hat. San Carlos, some years back, had a grade separation. And you can imagine that there were a lot of feelings about what it would mean to have this grade separation going through our town. And one of the biggest things that I think we're all concerned about is, as local officials and as people who have to live here, what's this going to mean for our town? So let me tell you what it means for San Carlos. First off, San Carlos had a number of things that in the rail industry they call incidents. And an incident is the unintended meeting of a human or a car with a train. We had far too many of them. Since we've had the grade separations, I'm pleased to tell you that number has gone to 0. Our citizens are safer. The other thing that happened, and nobody believed this when we started, economic development happened along our grade separations. All of a sudden, the ability to walk back and forth, unencumbered, was built in. The ability for our cars to get from east to west was much less congested. And all of a sudden, economic development along our Old County Road corridor sprung up. I applaud everybody who stayed the course, because grade separations are hard things to get through. But the folks of San Bruno have shown us time and again just how much resolve you have, what it takes to do the right thing, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is the right thing you've done for San Bruno, and we're going to make certain it works wonderfully. So there will be 3 pedestrian underpasses that occur. You will have additional lighting that comes underneath here. The CalTrain station will be much better. Actually, the notes that were given to me didn't use the term, but there will be a new kiss and ride available, so people can come in here, and if you want to kiss, go right ahead. CalTrain's about love, people. To improve safety for drivers, Angus Avenue will be realigned and straightened. This is more than just an improvement for San Bruno. This is also an improvement for CalTrain, and Roseanne was kind enough to share a couple of numbers with you. Let me share a couple with you. One is, when people talk about trains in the United States, one of the things that we hold very proud in the United States is the Northeast Corridor. It goes from Washington, D.C. to New York to Boston. And I was impressed to learn that that corridor is considered so important. It is a critical artery for U.S. transportation, and it transports 12 million people a year. That train service going right behind us, 12 million people a year. This train is incredibly important. 12 million riders a year depend on this train to get them from home to work, to school, and to back, and to do it safely. These improvements make certain of that we can build it safely, that we're going to provide that transportation, that it is green alternatives, and all those things are going to be important there for you. We keep hearing about high-speed rail. Well, guess what? A lot of the foundations here for the 2 additional tracks that high-speed rail could use will be built in immediately. Now, we're going to be building some shoe flies that come along with this, and right off the top, I want to thank everybody for their patience and putting up with a little bit of dust. But I got to promise you that during this construction period, we're going to take great care to make certain that the impacts are as small as they can be and work to build you a great project. So as we gather here today, I want to thank the city for their support and remind everybody of CalTrain's ongoing commitment to the safety of the communities that we serve. I'll also just finally say, and it's been said plenty of times, but the folks in San Mateo County, the elected officials, the people who work on staff for our cities, for Samtrans, for CalTrain, this is a family. And I just want you to know you've been in our thoughts and prayers, and God bless you. We're looking forward to you coming back stronger than ever.
As Omar said, it takes vision to get something like this done. And it takes extraordinary vision, given that some of the debates we all have been embroiled in over high-speed rail, to see this as an opportunity to do something for a city above and beyond a rail project. It takes not just vision, but it took the consistent and steady and steadfast support of a city council. We're going to hear from a couple of members now, but before we do, I want to make sure that we introduce 2 others who stayed the course on this project. Irene O'Connell, Councilwoman, and Rico Medina. The heavy lifting was done by a 2-member committee, one of whom was Councilmember Ken Ibarra. Ken.
Thank you, Mart. Thank you, Roseanne and Omar. Brother and sister, right? It is a family. We're one of the older ones, aren't we? As we stand here today for this historic event, 2 things are true. Dreams come true, and government is slow. The dream began 10 years ago in 2000, in a conference room that doesn't exist anymore at San Bruno City Hall, where Mayor Ruane and I, along with former city manager Frank Headley, Mike Scanlon, and the late Howard Good, agreed to pursue the development of San Bruno grade separation with safety as the priority reason. Within months, we formed a partnership with CalTrain and the JPB, a partnership that today has stood time, controversy, tragedies, and economic uncertainty. In 2002, we presented the proposed project to the people of San Bruno with an ongoing commitment to keep them informed and involved in the development and decision process. We formed the first Citizens Advisory Committee of its kind, comprised of 15 community-involved and dedicated residents and business owners. Together, over the next 6 months, which included 10 long and involved meetings, we became railroad engineers, traffic engineers, ADA experts, designers and art critics, and visionaries, among many of the traits. Even though the goal has always been safety, we pursued nearly every conceivable detail and scenario, as if we lived along the corridor. The goal remains the same, and the commitment to the community is louder than ever. And as you know, the next 2 years are not going to be easy. I want to first thank the taxpayers, because money is what it's all about. I want to thank San Bruno Lumber for making this space that you sit available to this project. All the members of the various agencies, approval agencies, and financing agencies, thank you all. I want to thank CalTrain and the JPB, all of the staff members who have come and gone. Thank you to the San Bruno City staff, the many over the last 10 years, and advance thank yous for the next 2 years. Thank you to my colleagues on the City Council, but especially to Jim Ruane, who I've worked with over the past 15 years, but particularly together on this project for the last 10 years. We have always been on the same page, which is pretty scary for Jim. But lastly, thank you to the members of the CAC, our citizens, our business owners, who put in all that time and effort. They have this dedication and compassion for the community that still remains. And in 2 years, we'll see it all together. So you see, dreams do come true, and time, well, 2012 is just around the bend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ken. What he says is absolutely true. That Ken Ibarra and our next speaker stayed the course. They were always a pleasure to work with. Not always easy, but that's their job. We never lost track that all of us were working toward the same goal. We had the same interests, and there's no reason we couldn't disagree, but do so agreeably. It has been a phenomenal effort for me to participate in, and a lot of it has to do with the way Ken approached this job and the way our next speaker did, Jim Ruane, the mayor of San Bruno.
Thank you. And I guess I can say it's about damn time. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. And you know, in the last number of months, we've learned an awful lot that we didn't want to know about transportation of things. But this is a good day. This is a good transportation day for us. It is a pleasure to be here today to celebrate the beginning of actual construction on this grade separation project that has been in planning for nearly a decade. For some of that time, it seemed this project might only be a dream for the San Bruno community. Today, we celebrate bringing this important project to actual reality. What began those many years ago as a priority safety improvement simply to eliminate an at-grade rail crossing on a blind curve at a heavily traveled intersection has evolved over the years to become the northern anchor to our downtown corridor and the entry focal point for our community. Through our Citizen Advisory Committee, wonderful people, by the way, countless hours of dedicated staff time, and more city council meeting updates that we can clearly remember or even want to remember, the city of San Bruno has worked tirelessly with the Joint Powers Board and CalTrain to create a project that makes a statement and contributes to the identity of our community. For San Bruno, this project is about much more than just making sure that the trains get through our town quickly and safely. The new CalTrain station over San Bruno Avenue and the grade separation structure designed to announce and celebrate your arrival in this special place, this very special place we call San Bruno. We look forward to continuing active coordination with CalTrain and with high-speed rail to assure that the project now beginning construction will be completed timely, and minimal disruption to our community, and with all of the design elements to make a truly finished product. Can I mention the Simon Arch? I can do that, can't I? Thank you very much. Wait till you see this. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah, it better not. On behalf of the entire City Council, I want to take this opportunity to recognize the Joint Powers Board and Transportation Authority for your commitment to this project and your efforts to secure the necessary funding to finally bring it to reality. To CalTrain staff and to our city staff, a wonderful staff managed by an extraordinary city manager, thank you for your diligent work over these last many years to plan and design the project. To our Citizens Advisory Committee, your dedicated focus to the specific interests of our community not only assured that this project will add value to our community, but demonstrated that citizen participation can make a big difference. Thank you very much for all being here today.
Give you an idea of what an extraordinary event this is. Alice says she's going to say a few words.
Step aside. Hi, this is Alice Barnes, and
Where's the switch on the microphone?
I'm not on the program, and there's a reason they don't want me to talk to you, and it is because of the gentleman standing next to me. In 2000, we had 4 fatalities in our crossings. It was 1% of all the fatalities in the country. And do you know when we had our last vehicular fatality? It was in 2000. And part of the reason is the guy standing next to me, because he has gone out of his way to provide us with choo-choo, choo-choo. He has gone out.
That's enough.
He's gone out of his way to make improvements here in San Bruno, and I feel we should all give Mark Simon a great big hand, please.
I didn't make any improvements. Lots of other people did. I just answered Alice's emails. You may have noticed we didn't trot down any shovels or any fake pile of dirt, partly because the work's already started, and partly because this is a celebration, not really a groundbreaking, and partly because we want to save all the real hoopla for a couple of years from now when we have a ribbon cutting. Once again, on behalf of everybody associated with our agencies in this project, we're very proud to be here. It's a very special day for us, for what it means for San Bruno. And while we don't have dig to dirt, we do have cake to cut. So if the council members can join us over at the cake in the shape of a CalTrain, we'll get this party started. There are refreshments over there. Thank you, everybody, for being here.